Hello and welcome into the Crisler Center in Ann Arbor, Michigan. Michigan women's basketball welcomes the Rutgers Scarlet Knights to town. Conference matchup. Michigan won their last time out against Purdue. Got a chance to pick up a second straight Big Ten win at home against a Rutgers team that is yet to win in the Big Ten. I'm Alex Miller. Alongside me, John Tondora. Lincoln Iaquaniello will have the second half with John. And John, this should be a fun one. This Rutgers team is better than their conference record of 0-7. Superstar freshman Kiyomi McMiller can fill it up with the best of them, and they're going to give Michigan a test here on Michigan's home floor.
Certainly, we might have a longer weekend here courtesy of the holiday, but that doesn't mean there's any time to sleep in, especially for the University of Michigan. You know, we don't want to grab at low-hanging fruit here, but you just have to look to only a couple of days ago to see another winless team in the Big Ten basketball world that knocked off Michigan.
Minnesota, of course, knocked off the Wolverines on the men's side. Dawson Garcia, half-court heave, got it done for the Golden Gophers. This Rutgers starting lineup, Awa Sidibe, JoJo Lacey, Kiyomi McMiller, Destiny Adams, Zakara Perkins, two freshmen in there, and then some veterans. This team led by McMiller. She averages 20 a game, and Destiny Adams, the senior, averages over 17 a game. Those two, the only two to average double figures for Rutgers. On the other side, Michigan's usual five, Olivia Olson, Mila Holloway, Jordan Hobbs, Greta Kampschrader, Silas Swords. Four of those five, everybody but Kampschrader, averaging double figures. The three freshmen, two seniors. You get the picture if you've watched this Michigan women's team play this season. It's a fun group. They'll shoot the three, push the pace. And obviously they've had some tough losses lately. Going back a little bit, for the first time in program history, they played three straight top 10 opponents, lost all of those games. They've yet to beat a top 10. But in a tough Big Ten conference, when you've got a game against a struggling team like Rutgers at home, you've got to take care of business.
Exactly right, Alex. And I'm looking at one person in particular here, Silas Swords. We talked about pregame. Maybe not the last couple of games she'd really desired, not only because, of course, of those losing contests, but 32 minutes against Washington, 26 against Purdue, scoring only 7 in each on relatively inefficient numbers. Of course, dropped 30 against UCLA on 25 shots, but we'd look to see her getting a little more in gear as we get towards the tip-off here.
Both teams on the floor. Olsen will jump it up for Michigan with Destiny Adams. Here we go, moments away from tip in Ann Arbor. Rutgers and Michigan, Scarlet Knights and Wolverines. This Rutgers team has lost 6 straight in the Big Ten. Some tough opponents in there. Top 10 Ohio State team, top 10 Maryland team, top 5 USC team. Minnesota that's, I believe, now ranked. Strong Nebraska team, a ranked Michigan State team. Just a tough gauntlet. That's the Big Ten. Another chance here for Rutgers to pick up their first win in conference. Rutgers led by third-year head coach Coquise Washington. Her squad would love to get their first win on the road against Michigan, back in Washington's home state. So here we go. Ball is up. Tip knocked back. Won by Rutgers. It's with Awa Sidibe. She'll send it up for McMiller. The superstar freshman create her own shot with the best of them. Leaves it for Sidibe. Now high post for Adams. She drives in, kicks it right corner. Triple trot up and down. Three-pointer for Zakara Perkins, the other freshman. 3-0 Rutgers, 9:38 to play here. Mila Holloway has it at the logo handling. Sends it to Greta Kampschrader on the right wing. She hands it off. Holloway drives down the right lane, puts it up through contact and finishes. 3-2 Rutgers, 9:30 to go. McMiller will bring it up. Matched up with Silas Swords, two of the best freshmen in the Big Ten and the country at large. McMiller shake and bake handle, resets to the right wing. Sends it to the top of the key. There's Adams just inside the three-point line. She drives down right side, spins in the lane against Jordan Hobbs. Help from Kampschrader, forces it up and in. 2 points there for Adams. 5-2 Rutgers. Holloway speeds the other way, sends it right corner. Kampschrader thought about a three, now skips it up top. Hobbs. Under 9 to go here in the first quarter. 5-2 Rutgers. Hobbs catches right wing, open look for three. Toilet bowl's off, no good. 5-2 Rutgers. McMiller will push the other way. Forces up a tough shot on the move, clanks it right. Sidibe runs it down on the right wing. Inside Adams, she'll pull up just right of the elbow. Airballs the mid-range shot short. Holloway the rebounder, and she's fouled by Perkins.
Rutgers coming out and shooting early and often there. 2 quick possessions even after the offensive rebound, Alex. Destiny Adams, of course, missing that mid-range jumper there, but we know she's that second leading scorer for this Rutgers team, and she is ready to pull at a moment's notice.
Maya Petticord, the junior, comes in for Zakara Perkins. Petticord, Detroit native, played her high school ball at the powerhouse Arbor Prep in Ypsilanti, not far from here at all. Holloway sends it up, Cam Schrader top of the key, now Swords catches. She's to the right of the top of the key. Offensive foul called on Jordan Hobbs as she set a screen on Sidibe.
Yeah, those are the ones that can get you in trouble early there. Jordan Hobbs doesn't want to see herself on the wrong side of foul trouble early.
5-2 Rutgers, 8:17 and ticking. McMiller drives left off Swords. Some help comes from Hobbs. McMiller still dancing on the left wing. Skips it all the way to the right side to JoJo Lacey. She puts up a three. Rolls off the rim, no good. Swords will bring it up, now sends it Hobbs right wing. She'll slow it down, pick up her dribble there. 5-2 Rutgers, under 8 to go here in the first quarter. She leaves it Swords inside. Olsen on the right block, spins to her right hand, puts it up, got fouled. Foul on JoJo Lacey. Olsen will shoot a pair. 5-2 Rutgers, 7:53 to go here first quarter.
And it won't count in the stat sheet, but it was a great board by Silas Swords to get things going there. Of course, guard rebounding, always a premium, and that's why you get to push in pace, push in transition, and dump it off for a potential 2 here for Olsen.
First free throw up for Olsen and good. Shooting the free throw at 79% on the season. All 3 of these freshmen for Michigan, Olsen, Swords, Holloway, having phenomenal campaigns. Second free throw up and good. Nothing but the net there for Olsen. 5-4 Rutgers, 7:53 to go here first quarter. And Lisa Thompson, the sophomore, comes on for Rutgers in place of McMiller. And she's going to bring on a light full court press here. Thompson will bring it up, matched up with Swords. She's across the timeline, has it on the left wing, gets a screen from Destiny Adams, moving to her right. Sends it left wing. There's Lacey. She'll swing it up top, back to Thompson. She'll bring out once more a screen for Adams, this time from the right wing. She drives down on Swords, picks it up at the free throw line, kicks it left side for Lacey. Back out Thompson, thought of a 3 now, drives the basketball. 7 on the shot clock, picked up a dribble at the elbow. Inside Adams, working on Hobbs' right side, able to force it up and in. Nice move there once again for Destiny Adams. 7-4 Rutgers, 7:20 to go. Holloway has it at the top of the key for Michigan. Got it to Olsen, it was deflected away. Run down by Sidibe, she'll push it ahead on the bounce to Thompson. She'll lay it up right side, bank it home. 9-4 Rutgers. 7:05 to go here, first quarter. 9-4 Rutgers. Mila Holloway sets things up with the logo. Now sends it Jordan Hobbs just high of the left elbow. She'll hand it off to Olivia Olsen. No, she didn't give it. Sends it to Holloway, who drives it from the left side. Holloway puts it up, got fouled. Mila Holloway earns a pair.
And a nice little baseline drive there by Holloway. Veer step more so into the center of the paint, if you will. Being able to draw that foul, always at a premium if you can't hit the shot.
Foul called on Awa Sidibe. So Holloway will shoot a pair. Also shoots the free throw at 79%. First one up and pure. 9-5 Rutgers. Michigan without a field goal in over 2 minutes, 30 seconds. Olsen a pair of free throws a moment ago. Now Holloway gets both of them. 9-6 Rutgers. 6:52 to go first quarter. Lisa Thompson brings it up across the timeline, matched up with Silas Swords. Has a screen to Adams moving to her left. At the free throw line, sends it short corner, pull-up jumper there for Sidibe. She got it. You don't see a lot of catch-and-shoot long twos anymore. Sidibe got one there. Swords nearly traveled to the left wing, sends it to Camp Schrader, bouncing basketball, and kept in play by Rutgers. It's with Sidibe. She'll leave it for the point guard off the bench, Lisa Thompson. She'll push the pace. Now send it left side for Maya Petticord, also off the bench. She'll use an Adams screen moving to her right, matched up with Camp Schrader off the switch. Petticord, pull-up three-pointer off the back iron, rebound Holloway. 11-6 Rutgers, 6:08 to go. Holloway pushes it, sends it to Camp Schrader, pump fakes, now puts it up, got it. 2 at the bucket for Camp Schrader, 11-8 Rutgers, 6 to play in the first quarter. Thompson loses her dribble as she fell down, forced it up top to Petticord, enters it inside. Adams skip pass to the left corner for a driving JoJo Lacey, and she throws it away. Tried to hit Sidibe on the right side, threw it over her head, out of bounds.
Yeah, nobody home there for the Scarlet Knights, but I want to take it back really quick to Greta Camp Schrader's pump fake. It was a nifty little move, especially in that transition game where you can feel a tendency to speed things up a little too much, get a little antsy. Cam Schrader controlling her pace, pump fake, and in.
Tayala Del Fast, Yulia Grabovskaya, Brooke Quarles-Daniels all in there off the bench for Michigan. 11-8 Rutgers, 5:35 to go as Olsen drives the basketball, lost her dribble. Quarles-Daniels scoops it up inside Grabovskaya, left side. She puts it up and home. Cuts it to 1, 11-10 Rutgers, 5:25 to go first quarter. Kiyomi McMiller back in there. Brooke Quarles-Daniels will guard her. She'll use a screen to her left from China Cornwell. The big comes off. She rolls down home to the bucket, lays it open, wide open there. Laid it home. Good read by McMiller out of the pick and roll. 13-10 Rutgers, 5:05 to play first quarter. Grabovskaya catches it. High on the right elbow, hands it off. Olsen thought about a three, used the Grabovskaya screen, drives left, floater in the lane, rattles home. 2 more for Olivia Olsen, 13-12 Rutgers.
Just a nice little shooter's touch on the floater by Olsen to dribble in.
McMiller, quick handle on Quarles-Daniels. Lost the basketball. We'll go to a media timeout. I didn't see if there was a timeout taken or a foul called there, but media timeout either way. 4:45 to go first quarter, 13-12 Rutgers.
And I want to take it really back, Alex, quickly to that assist by Kiyomi McMiller on the deep right wing, just absolutely using that screen to her advantage and then whipping it almost like a shortstop. You could see kind of that pass come just cocked back from her right arm to a wide open bucket.
Alex Miller, John Tondora, thrilled to be here in Ann Arbor for this one. A little dark up here in the upper deck, but gorgeous view down court here in the Crisler Center. 13-12 Rutgers, 4:45 to go in the first quarter. Back and forth so far, both teams able to get some good looks at the bucket. Michigan 80% from the field, Rutgers 60%. Adams leads the way for Rutgers with 4. Olsen has 4 the other way for Michigan. Wolverines also 4 for 4 at the stripe. But so far, even game, and largely that's what I would have expected coming in. McMiller can really score it. She's created for others a little bit early in this one. The other players have been knocking shots down for Rutgers.
One of which being Destiny Adams, you know, the Lakehurst, New Jersey native, not too far from me out in New Jersey. Listed at guard, but 6'3", you know, kind of the new age of this college basketball world and basketball generally, Alex. Bigger guards, able to do it all, jack of all trades. We talked pregame about how Destiny Adams, maybe not always the most efficient scorer, but tonight she's 2 for 3, and I'm sure she'll take it.
When you look at Michigan, you see big guards all over the place. All 5 starters listed as guards and do all play in the perimeter. The only one under 6 foot is the 5'11" Mila Holloway. The biggest of them, Jordan Hobbs, at 6'3". That is also an interesting matchup that Michigan has dealt with all year long. You're starting 5 guards when you run into a more traditional big. Adams plays on the block a little bit more than the Michigan players do. China Cornwell, who comes off the bench for Rutgers, a good big for them, just got wide open on the pick and roll to the bucket. Something Michigan's coverage will have to keep an eye on.
And we saw a little bit of that about a month or so ago. It was winter break for us, I believe, Alex, but I was still watching from there at home, as I'm sure you were. Reagan Beers and Michigan.
I was there in Charlotte.
Oh, right. I'm sorry. Michigan struggled at times with the traditional big that Beers brought. That low block, powerful. They kind of had to play hack of Beers, and it didn't work out very well for them.
Rutgers will trigger it in from the baseline. Sidibe looks in, gets it into Adams. She works it around, sends it open look right side for Petticourt for 3. No good. Grabovskaya squeezes the rebound. Olivia Olsen will push it up. 13-12 Rutgers. Olsen dribbles around to the left, sends it up. Swords, quick trigger 3 left side. Off the back iron. Brooke Quarles-Daniels runs down the O-board, sends it to Olsen. 3 from the corner, got it. Olivia Olsen from the left corner. Michigan takes the lead, 15-13.
And I believe it's first lead of the game, Alex.
15-13 Michigan, 4:10 to play here. McMiller has it top of the key. Sends it now left side to Sidibe. Tayala Del Fast, the freshman on her. Sidibe drives it to the elbow, loses the handle. Del Fast to the floor for it. And a whistle blows. They'll call a foul on Olsen, who dove toward the loose ball at the feet of Sidibe.
Olsen, though, being the do-it-all player thus far, that corner 3 kind of an encapsulation of what she's been for this entire Michigan team. We saw the floater with the nice touch before, then the outside 3. She's been a go-to guy thus far.
Inbound to Destiny Adams, who cut under the basket and able to put it up and in. Another tough finish for Destiny Adams. 15 all, 3:52 to go here in Ann Arbor in the first quarter. Swords sends it to Brooke Quarles-Daniels, left wing just in front of the three-point line. Quarles-Daniels surveys, sends it up to Swords, wide open off a pin down screen, right wing three, off the iron. Rebound squeezed by Adams. Kiyomi McMiller will push the pace, left side, through the legs, shake and fake, crossover dribble, tough fadeaway shot, no good. And a jump ball there. Olsen tied up by China Cornwell.
You know, I've been trying to hold back a little bit, but Kiyomi McMiller, don't hurt him. The little hesitation crossover. It seemed like the entire group of Wolverines had their eyes fixated on McMiller.
Not sure there's a quicker handle in the country than the freshman Kiyomi McMiller for Rutgers. 15 all, 3:23 to go here in Ann Arbor. Holloway drives the basketball, now resets at top of the key, still has her handle. Cross over to the left side, now sets it back again. 15 on the shot clock. Holloway has it, the logo, sends it left wing for Hobbs. She'll send it back up for Quarles-Daniels. Now to the right side, Silas Swords for Michigan. 15 all. Swords right wing sends it up top. Holloway, 5 on the shot clock. Holloway set to the corner. Jordan Hobbs, 2 on the shot clock. And Hobbs lost her footing. I believe they'll call a foul there, blocking foul. They'll put it on Destiny Adams.
Part of the reason, though, why that play dwindled so down on the shot clock, Brooke Quarles-Daniels needs to move better in those actions, especially if they're not going to respect her jump shot at the three.
New shot clock for Michigan. They get it into Swords. She sends it up to Hobbs, sends it around Holloway, right wing three. Off the back iron, grab of Skya, tip the board. Adams runs it down. She'll push it up the right side. Send it to the middle for China Cornwell, who traveled on the catch at the free throw line.
A little bit of a difficult call there. I don't know what you saw in that travel, Alex, but I kind of did think that she had her foot pinned down. Lucky break for Michigan here on this tie game.
15-15, 2:47 to go in the first quarter. Bit of a 1-2-2 press here from Rutgers. Hobbs across to Holloway. She's across the timeline. Holloway sets up just to the right of the top of the key. Now brings Swords forward, sends it to her right wing. Swords with McMiller in her grill. Gets a screen from Grabovskaya to her left. Swords drives the basketball left side, kicks it to the corner. Jordan Hobbs, left corner three is up and down. Jordan Hobbs for three. 18-15 Michigan.
Great eye discipline by Silas Swords there on that lefty drive, keeping her head up while simultaneously staying on the angle, the path towards the hoop, but able to kick it out and notch three more.
Zakara Perkins back in there. Dribbles it to the right side, hands it off to Adams at the right wing. She'll center it top of the key, looking for an off-ball action for McMiller. Doesn't get it. Now crossover on Hobbs, drives to the basketball left side, can't finish. Rebound Cornwell, forces it back up, can't get it. And another offensive rebound put up by Lacey. She got fouled and will go to the strike.
Destiny Adams having a day here so far. Of course, a miss on that left-handed layup, but it was a good look and one that she, of course, will not miss often. As we talked about a little earlier, Alex, not exactly giving Michigan problems just yet, but something to keep an eye on down the stretch.
And you also talked Adams up a bit as a bigger guard as well. His first free throw is good there for JoJo Lacey, who struggled at the free throw line this season. We saw Adams get the rebound, push the pace up the right side, and it's another sort of weapon for this Rutgers team that she can push the pace off her own rebound. You see that with Michigan a lot. Everybody able to bring the ball up. His second free throw good as well for Lacey. 18-17 Michigan, up to Grabovskaya. Now Brooke Quarles-Daniels on the left side. Picks up a dribble, short corner, sends it up Hobbs. Hobbs sends it back to Holloway, top of the key. Inside, Yulia Grabovskaya. She steps through, hooks it home on the left side. 20-17 Michigan. 20-17, 1:37 to play here first quarter. Perkins sends it ahead, McMiller catches right wing. Inside, good look to Lacey, can't finish. Tips her own rebound out to herself in the left corner. Now sends it up to Adams. She enters the post to Cornwell. Grabovskaya matched up with her. Into the lane now, sends it out. Three-pointer up and no good for Perkins. Rebound bounced around, goes out of bounds. And it'll stay Rutgers basketball.
And you know, Alex, Kiyomi McMiller hasn't exactly lit up the score sheet thus far in her own shooting performance, but she must have eyes in the back of her head the way she's creating for this Rutgers team.
Holloway a steal off the inbound, sends it up. Brooke Quarles-Daniels, nobody near her. She'll lay it home. 22-17 Michigan. 1:05 to play here, first quarter. McMiller will bring it up. Quarles Daniels matched up with her. Quick crossover. Now a double comes from Holloway. Straight double. Now Holloway retreats to JoJo Lacey in the corner. Quarles Daniels still matched up with McMiller. Used the Cornwell screen to her left. Grab up Skya, hedged it. Pull up three for McMiller. No good. Missed it short. Hobbs the rebound. 22-17, 45 seconds to play first quarter. Up to Swords, left wing. Sends it back. Holloway, left wing three. Got it. Mila Holloway for three. 25-17 Michigan. And a timeout called by Rutgers. Coquise Washington takes it. Michigan by 8, 25-17, 35.6 to play first quarter.
Michigan finally waking up out of what was a quiet start to this first quarter, down 9-4 at one point. It looked like Rutgers maybe had them at least a little more antsy earlier on. But finally here, a three from Mila Holloway. And Michigan starting to pull away now. Of course, the timeout by Rutgers might alter that if the Scarlet Knights have anything to say about it.
Michigan on a 7-0 run. They've made 4 of 4 from the field. And Rutgers without a field goal in over 3 minutes.
And part of that, 0 for 3 on the day, Kiyomi McMiller. We just mentioned how she's been creating very well in the assists category. Her passing skills nearly unrivaled in the Big Ten. Not completely, but nearly, of course. But all the same, Michigan has done well of forcing her into difficult and uncomfortable shooting situations, even if that means giving up assists at times.
Man-to-man press on for Michigan. Takara Perkins will bring it up with Olsen matched on her easily across the timeline. Now a doubles comes from Brooke Quarles Daniels. She nearly went back court. Perkins gets it back, has it top of the key. 15 on the shot clock. Make it 10 and 16 on the game clock here first quarter. Up to McMiller on the left wing. Hobbs guarding her. McMiller dances, had it tipped away by Olsen and help defense. 10 on the clock. Up to Holloway. Quick crossover dribble down the right side. Puts it up. Got fouled. Took a hit from JoJo Lacey. Holloway, though, will earn herself 2 free throws with 6.5 seconds to go in the first quarter. 25-17 Michigan.
Nice push there by Holloway. I mean, you could hear that foul from up here, Alex. That was some hand-to-arm contact, an easy call for the referees.
Holloway will shoot 2. 2 for 2 from the stripe already. Just under 80% on the season. Gets the first one. 26-17 Michigan. 6.5 on the clock here left in the first quarter. Rutgers might have a chance to get something up. Holloway's second free throw is good. 27-17 Michigan. Wolverines by 10. They'll bring this man-to-man press on here. It's into McMiller. She'll push it up the left side. Crosses over, gets past half court, dancing through 3 Wolverines, creates some space, lost track of time. Threw it to Thompson, who didn't have a chance to get it up. McMiller almost had some separation left wing, took another dribble and passed it. I don't think she knew the clock. If she did, it was an unbelievable split of 3 defenders.
1,000%, Alex. She was getting nearly triple teamed. Olivia Olsen, Mila Holloway, and I think even Brooke Quarles Daniels comes in at the end there. It just is a testament to what McMiller is able to do. I'm almost laughing. It was unreal. I think she might have one of the most dangerous tweens that I've ever seen, let alone her crossover at any level of basketball that I've watched.
I mean, it's really unbelievable how quick she is, and that was just so impressive. And the Wolverines knew they didn't want McMiller putting up a shot at the horn. She had the basketball. 3 Wolverines, as you said, surrounded her and just split them with a couple quick moves. And McMiller, though, still without a point here. He's 0 for 3 from the field. Has an assist, has a couple other really nice passes to set up teammates. But Rutgers needs to get her going. Scarlet Knights trail by 10. McMiller, the stud freshman, averages 20 a game. And Rutgers is going to need her in this one.
Exactly right, Alex. And right now, I think that's a testament to the defense Mila Holloway has played. As you mentioned, she has stepped up to the task. Freshman on freshman. These are both 2 young teams in regards to where their scoring and assist output comes from. And it's just an incredible blessing to see where the Big Ten's future lays. And it lays in the hands of the Kiyomi McMillers, the Silas Swordses, the Olivia Olsens. A lot of good basketball coming down the pipeline, as always, in the Big Ten.
It's really a great conference, but the youth is so impressive. And You know, you never know in this era with the transfer portal, but when you look at both of these squads, you see a lot of potential. Michigan obviously starts the 3 freshmen. Tayala Del Fos had some good flashes off the bench. Those are 4 pieces that could be here this year, 3 more seasons. And for Rutgers, you already know McMiller's a superstar as a freshman. Zakara Perkins starting games as a freshman. That is something to build around. Coquise Washington can keep recruiting. And this Rutgers program has obviously struggled over the last couple of years in the Big Ten, largely been bottom of the pack, but there's certainly some pieces here for Washington to try to turn this program around.
Indeed. Moreover, too, Michigan boasting 3 of the top 100 ESPN-ranked recruits coming in for 2025. So if you thought the youth movement was changing here in Ann Arbor, oh, it's only getting started, Alex.
It's a really good recruiting class. Kim Barnes-Arico in year 13 is building something in Ann Arbor. We'll get back to action here. 27-17 Michigan. Second quarter about to begin. Rutgers gets it into Lisa Thompson. She uses a screen from Adams to her right from the top of the key. Pulls up the elbow, no, sends it back. Adams, she'll take a top of the key 3. Airball it wide to the right. Adams has taken more threes this year. Last year, only went 1 for 8 from range. This year, shooting it at a higher volume, only at 22% from long range. Hobbs at the logo for Michigan. Sends it to Holloway on the left side. Holloway has Awa Sidibe on her. Sends it up Jordan Hobbs, top of the key. Sends it to Swords on the right wing. Back over to Holloway. Catches it left wing. Drives down. Sends it back to Holloway. Holloway stumbled. Didn't catch the basketball. Now Hobbs wide open. Right wing 3 is short. The rebound bounces around and ends up with Sidibe. She'll leave it now for Lisa Thompson. Thompson sets up the offense at the logo. Enters the high post to Adams. With Kempschrader on her. Passes it to Petticord, right wing. Petticord drives down. Sets it up top of the key. Takes the 3-pointer. Off the back iron. Straight up in the air. Caught the rim again. Bounces left side. And it's run down by Zakara Perkins, who gets it to Sidibe. Inside Destiny Adams. Spin move to the left hand. Tough finish for Destiny Adams. Going to work down low.
That'll be 4 for 7 on the day for Adams. She's had an excellent start to this afternoon contest.
Holloway left alone, right elbow. Missed the jumper. 27-19 Michigan. 8:38 to play, second quarter. Pushing it ahead goes Thompson. Now she'll pass it left side to Petticord, who enters the course to Adams once more. And a whistle blows. Traveling violation called on Adams.
All the same, though, we see now what that first quarter timeout was brought for Michigan. Or excuse me, for Rutgers, I should say. They are looking to get Adams integrated to this offense early and often, as she has been all day.
Holloway works through a double screen, moving right. Pass it to Hobbs, left side, who sends it to Olsen in the left corner. Olsen drives down, middle of the lane, spins back left hand, scoops it up, just can't finish, too strong. Rebound Sidibe. She'll push it up ahead with Petticord. Back in her home state of Michigan, hands it off behind her for Perkins. Pass it up top now inside to Adams. And an offensive foul called on Adams. She knocked in to Olsen. Or excuse me, knocked into Hobbs, who took the charge. Olsen came over on help, but it was Hobbs who took the charge.
Yeah, some nice, I don't want to say acting skills by Jordan Hobbs, but she certainly knows what to do when it comes to taking a charge. The arms up, letting everyone know that there was foul play at hand.
Swords uses a Kempschrader screen moving left, sends it to Kempschrader right wing. 3-pointer no good, and it's batted out of bounds off of Adams, battling with Swords underneath.
And I think something so striking about Silas Swords' game, we talked about guards with the defensive rebounds, but she's even in the O-board battles as well. She's really just, it seems like everywhere. Maybe it's me talking as a grad student here, Alex, but being a freshman, that energy sometimes can just be a little different when you enjoy getting out on the court.
Hobbs pass inside to Olsen, nearly taken away. It ends up with Swords, loose ball. Holloway sent it inside to Olsen. Now Kempschrader around Jordan Hobbs, right wing. Hobbs dribble move into the corner. Holloway left side. She'll drive the basketball, kick it out to Kempschrader, send it in the backcourt. Olsen will run this one down. Backcourt violation called. 7:32 to go here, second quarter. 27-19 Michigan. And Alyssa Crockett will check in for the first time. She'll grab Greta Kempschrader.
Crockett, another one of those big guards that Michigan can tout. Maybe more of a guard forward swing here for the Wolverines, but all the same, just a long player who must be so frustrating to play against.
Inbounded to Sidibe. She has it top of the key. It's Thompson, Petticourt, Sidibe, Lacey, and Perkins on the floor for Rutgers. It's now with Thompson moving to her right, crosses over at the elbow, drives down left side, pump fake, steps through move, puts it up and home. Strong take there for Thompson. Michigan in a hurry. Crockett sends it to Swords, and Crockett traveled, caught the pass moving down the lane from Olsen, skipped it to the right side and traveled.
Just an unfortunate play there. The hands working a little faster than the feet. It'll go the other way.
27-21 Michigan. 7:08 and ticking to go here, second quarter. Lisa Thompson brings it up. Hands it off, left side for Sidibe. Uses the screen, moving to her right. Now sends it right side, JoJo Lacey on the wing. Inside to Perkins, who spins to the left side. Can't finish it. And underneath, a foul called. That'll go on Perkins. Searching for her own offensive rebound.
And Zachary Perkins throwing her hands up in the air. That one was very evident to see she was displeased with that call.
27-21 Michigan, 6:45 to go here in the second quarter. Hobbs has it, top of the key. Surveys, now brings Olsen for a screen. Sends it to Swords left wing. Swords dribbles up to the top of the key, inside Crockett on the elbow. Crockett, turnaround, baby hook shot, short. Comes forward to squeeze her own rebound. It bounces around and ends up with Swords, who will retreat to the left corner. Sends it Hobbs left wing, fake to pass. Now drives it down the lane, scoops it home, and a foul called. It's a block on Sidibe. Hobbs will go to the strike.
In my opinion, Alex, that call definitely a little more Michigan-sided. Hobbs not exactly driving with a tight angle, forced to go for a little bit of a semi-hook shot outside, leaving the paint as she let it go. She's going to get some friendly free throws here, I should say.
First free throw rattles off. Hobbs tied her career high last time out, 22 points. Had 17 in a lights-out first half against Purdue. Second free throw good. She splits the pair, 28-21 Michigan, 6:24 to go, second quarter. Yulia Grabovskaya in for Hobbs. Brooke Quarles-Daniels will come in for Alyssa Crockett. Olsen, Holloway, Quarles-Daniels, Swords, Grabovskaya for Michigan. Pass up the floor on the inbounds, and Holloway bangs over Lisa Thompson, commits the foul.
You could see what Holloway was going for there, almost looking like a defensive back. Crisler Center being so close to the big house. All the same, though, just a step too late, and it ends up a foul instead of a caused turnover.
Thompson handling it right wing, hands it off to Petticourt. She drives around the hedge, screen from Grabovskaya, picks it up top of the key. Now Sidibe left wing has it. Matched up with Holloway. She drives it, spins it back. Still on the left wing here. Had a screen to her right, goes left. Swings it into the corner. Caught there by Petticourt. 5 in the shot clock. Up top now for Lacey. Has to hoist. Got it. JoJo Lacey, bailout shot at the end of the shot clock for 3. We've got a 4-point ball game. 28-24 Michigan. 5:47 to go, second quarter. Grabovskaya on the block, working on Cornwell, and a traveling violation called on Yulia Grabovskaya. Rutgers gets the basketball back, 2-possession ball game.
Credit to Rutgers for tightening up here midway through this second quarter. Michigan, at one point, I believe, having the 27-17 lead, and now that one feels long, long gone.
McMiller back in there. She's got it. Trying to get it across half court, matched up with a double from Quarles-Daniels and Swords. Brings it right wing. Now sends it to a cutting Lacey. Tried to force it up, had it blocked. Now sends it out to Thompson. Her three-pointer no good. And a foul on the floor. Called on Michigan.
JoJo Lacey's three-point hit. Only the second three-pointer for Rutgers today. 2 for 9. We'll remember that the first attempt of the day, courtesy of China Cornwell, was finding the bottom of the net. Or excuse me, Zachary Perkins, I should add. I'm reading my notes here wrong, Alex. I'm all discombobulated.
Inbound pass to Sidibe. Long 2, no good. Cornwell the rebound. Forced it up, got blocked. It ends up with McMiller in the left corner. Jab right, pull up 3, no good. Sword skies for the rebound, able to squeeze it. 5:10 to go here, second quarter. Up ahead to Tayala Delfas, left corner. She drives it in. Can't finish. Quarles Daniels nearly ran down the rebound, but stepped on the baseline. Goes back to Rutgers, 28-24 Michigan. 5:05 to go here, second quarter. Low scoring second quarter. 7-1 Rutgers in the second period. Michigan by 4. 5 minutes to play second quarter. McMiller will bring it up. Quarles Daniels matched up with her. To the free throw line for Destiny Adams with Hobbs on her. Adams jabs to her left, drives the basketball right, forces up a tough shot, and she put it home. Destiny Adams up to 10. 2-point game, 28-26 Michigan. Under 4:40 to go second quarter. Hobbs tried to hit a cutting Olsen. Pass was tipped. It's with Rutgers. McMiller outlet ahead to Sidibe. It's over her head. And boy, that turnover is going to go on McMiller, but that pass was catchable. Hit Sidibe in the hands.
Yeah, a frustrating play a little bit if you're Rutgers, but in the greater context of things, you can't be complaining that much. The Scarlet Knights playing how they want to, slowing down the pace here. Very similar to their just a 2-point loss against Wisconsin. They like some of these more low-scoring matchups where they can dictate the pace. Let Kiyomi McMiller go to work, have time to put the ball in her hands and make something happen. And Rutgers just 2 points shy of knotting this game up.
Defense for the Scarlet Knights has really stepped up here in the second quarter. Michigan put up 27 points in the first, so on schedule for over the century mark, and they only scored a point in the following 5 minutes.
A credit to Rutgers' ability to respond on the road here. Saturday afternoon, early start at the Crisler Center, far, far away from Jersey Mike's Arena and the comfort of Piscataway, New Jersey. Whatever comfort Piscataway might provide.
As a New Jerseyan, what do you think of Piscataway?
I will forever defend the fact that it is, when you apply as a student from New Jersey, although you can apply from anywhere, but let's be honest, probably an overwhelming of applicants to the State University of New Jersey are from the state. It's Rutgers, New Brunswick. It's called Rutgers, New Brunswick. I understand that SHI Stadium, where the football team plays, and Jersey Mike's Arena of basketball is certainly, you know, it might be in Piscataway, it might be a little bit over the line, but it's New Brunswick in my heart. A nice college town, also intermixed with the local community, not unlike Ann Arbor and others like it.
So you're a believer in a good college town out there in New Brunswick.
Yes, we'll say good college town. We're feeling positive today. Rutgers, unfortunately, perhaps grew a little too big for its britches once upon a time, splitting into 3 separate campuses. Effectively, they have a central, a north, and then a north-north. And it's actually necessary to either have a car or use buses to move around the campus, but that's okay. You know, nothing wrong with a little bit of public transit. Owen Crane, if you're listening.
Owen Crane, one of our directors, WCBN. Big public transportation fan. We'll get back underway here. 4:32 to go, second quarter. Michigan only by 2, 28-26 Wolverines. Swords will bring up the basketball, matched up with Kiyomi McMiller, freshman star on freshman star. Gets it to Olsen on the left wing up top for Quarles Daniels. Now over to Tayala Delfas on the right wing. Delfas surveys up top. Swords, one more to Olsen on the left wing. Olsen drives right, picks up the elbow, out to Swords, top of the key three, good! Silas Swords from downtown. 31-26, Michigan by 5, 4 minutes to go, second quarter.
Swords' first points of the game. If Michigan wants to get out of this rut, look to Swords to get something going.
Sidibe had at the free throw line, ball nearly knocked away. Now she's doubled briefly by Swords. Up top to Destiny Adams with Hobbs on her. Sidibe catches left wing. Delfas on her into the corner to Thompson, who drives the baseline. Inside Adams, good pocket pass, but it's loose on the floor. Delfas the one to squeeze it to Swords, also on the ground, through the legs to another jump ball. Everybody on the floor. We're tied up here with the jump. 31-26 Michigan, 3:37 to go, second quarter. Possession arrow gives it to Michigan. Next one to Rutgers.
It almost looked like an offensive line, pocket collapsing on the quarterback there, fumble on the ground, and suddenly everyone's diving at it. Michigan gets the benefit of the possession arrow here.
Destiny Adams just took a tumble underneath the basket as she went to sub out. Couldn't tell if she stepped on the foot of someone, was holding her ankle. She just went to the bench. A brief stoppage here. I think she just slipped. They brought a mop out now to the right block on the direction of Michigan going, the near basket to us. And hopefully Adams is all right to play the rest of this ball game and the rest of the season. 31-26 Michigan. 3:30 to go here in the second quarter. Olsen high on the right wing has it. Up top, Jordan Hobbs. One more Delphos on the left wing for Michigan. Delphos searches. Up top, Swords catches. Pass to Olsen, batted away. Good hands there for JoJo Lacey, who jumped the pass. Knocked it out of bounds.
Out of bounds and off the head of a fan. That one a little unfortunate to see. One thing I want to add, Alex, you'll notice for the time being, Rutgers wearing Adidas. We'll get back to more on that later.
Delphos catches the inbound, top of the key to Hobbs, right wing. She'll drive it. Short pull-up, jumper, short corner is home. Jordan Hobbs, tough shot. 33-26 Michigan, 3:05 to go. McMiller has the dribble, drives it down, fades away at the elbow. And a foul called on the floor on Brooke Quarles-Daniels, who bumped her on the drive.
McMiller, too, still looking for her first points of the day, not unlike Silas Swords, just hitting her first three only a couple possessions ago.
McMiller was going to inbound, then she'll bring Perkins over to do so. Short corner on the left side. Fires it way up top. McMiller runs it down, left of the logo. 3 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Michigan leads 33-26. McMiller splits a screen. Short on the jumper. Quarles-Daniels rebounds the air ball. Not sure if that was tipped. Pretty split, though, by McMiller. Baseball pass ahead. Swords, right wing three. No good. Quarles-Daniels, smallest player on the floor, rips away the O-board. Out to Olsen. Three-pointer, no good. Quarles-Daniels in there once again. Can't squeeze it. China Cornwell does for Rutgers. That's the hustle Brooke Quarles-Daniels brings to this Michigan basketball team. Sidibe up ahead, drives it down left side, stops, sends it back out. McMiller drives down the left side, inside Cornwell, hops to the right side, fadeaway jumper no good, Hobbs the rebound. 33-26 Michigan, 2:19 and ticking to play. Pass up ahead, right side, Olivia Olsen, she'll drive it down, Euro step move inside, can't bake it home. Rebound squeezed by JoJo Lacey, and she's fouled. She was sandwiched between Quarles-Daniels and Delphos.
And just to take it back to the last possession there, Cornwell putting up kind of an ill-advised jumper. She had JoJo Lacey wide open on the far side key from our vantage point. Just pick the head up and make that one extra pass. Could have potentially been a hockey assist, I should say, for Kiyomi McMiller.
Holloway checks back in. It's Olsen, Holloway, Hobbs, Swords, Delphos for Michigan. 4 freshmen on the floor with Jordan Hobbs for the Wolverines. Adams, Sidibe, Lacey, Perkins, McMiller for Rutgers. Kiyomi McMiller handling the basketball to the right of the Block M logo. High post to Perkins and a foul called. They'll put that on Olivia Olsen. That last one went on Brooke Quarles-Daniels, by the way. 5th team foul sends Rutgers into the bonus. Perkins will shoot it. And the first free throw is good for Zakara Perkins. 33-27 now. Michigan in front. Minute 59 to play here, second quarter. Perkins, second free throw. Every part of the rim and down. And Greta Kampschroeder will sub in for Olivia Olsen. 33-28 Michigan, a minute 59 to play, second quarter. Press on, 2-2-1 here for Rutgers. Holloway scampers across the timeline, sets up left wing. Now resets it back to the logo, to the elbow for Hobbs. Thought about a handoff. Holloway now sends it to Holloway on the cut. Bounce pass Delphos, a little low at her feet. Delphos able to pick it up, put it up left hand. Got it. Tayala Delphos on the board.
Delphos with a little bit of flexing, trotting back down to the defensive end. Flexing earned after what was a difficult play.
Delphos, the New Jersey native, facing off against Rutgers. Shot too short there for the Scarlet Knights. Wolverines set it ahead. Delphos has it, drives the lane, kicks it back out. And an offensive foul called on Delphos as she knocked into Destiny Adams. The jumper on the last possession for Rutgers was short by Kiyomi McMiller, who is yet to score. She's 0 for 6 from the field. 35-28 Michigan, a minute 18 to play second quarter. McMiller has it left wing. High post now to Zakara Perkins, her fellow freshman. Perkins at the left elbow, surveys here. Drives the basketball, now sends it right wing to Sidibe. She grabs right. Now sets it back to the right wing. Sidibe, the grad student, missed all of last season, returned the middle of this year. And a foul called, offensive foul on the screen there by Destiny Adams. Holloway ran into her, trying to stay with Sidibe.
And you know, Alex, it feels almost paradoxical to say that Kiyomi McMiller has 0 points in this first half, and yet Rutgers is certainly in a position that they wouldn't mind being in, within striking distance of these Wolverines.
35-28 Michigan, under a minute to go here in the second quarter. Holloway passes it up top, Kempschrader, one more to Swords. She has it in front of the block on top of the key, has a hob screen to her left. And a foul called on Zakara Perkins, who has her hands to her face. She can't believe it. That's her third personal here in the first half. Having a chat with the ref, and she'll check out. Maya Petticord will grab her. Something to keep an eye on, though. 3 fouls for the freshman Zakara Perkins. And Michigan in the bonus, 15 foul there on the Scarlet Knights. Swords will shoot a pair. First free throw good for Silas Swords, who's been phenomenal at the line, over 90% so far in her freshman campaign. Rutgers without a field goal in over 4 minutes. Swords got them both. 37-28 Michigan, 46.7 to play second quarter. Lisa Thompson will bring it up. Passes it left wing for McMiller. McMiller dribbles right, now scampers back top of the key. Pass right side, and triple put up there by Thompson, no good. Rebound Silas Swords. Excuse me, that was the miss from Petticord. My apologies there. Shot clock, game clock, a second difference. 1 extra second on the game clock. 17 to play, Holloway top of the key. Pass it to Swords, right wing. Up top, Kempschrader for Michigan. One more Delphos inside. Swords catches, moving down to the left block. And a traveling violation called. Swords thought she got bumped, fell to the floor, and traveled. Rutgers gets the basketball back at 8.2 to play second quarter, 37-28 Michigan. McMiller with Swords on her. In a hurry up the right side. Once again sees 2 Wolverines. Delphos on the double. Holloway makes it a triple team. McMiller, step back 3 left side. Up too short. McMiller held scoreless in the first half. Michigan leads 37-28. Halftime over the Rutgers Scarlet Knights.
And you know, Alex, the last time that happened, we commended Kiyomi McMiller for her ability to kind of bring the ball up with such skill and prestige, but that time triple teamed once again before she even got to the half court. I think there was perhaps an extra pass there that could have generated a shot opportunity, or a better one, that is.
Rutgers went without a field goal for nearly the last 5 minutes of that second half. The Wolverines struggled to score to begin the second quarter. Only had 1 point through the first 5 minutes of the second quarter. Finished with 10, a low-scoring second quarter. Rutgers won at 11-10. But they are in this game, 9-point deficit for the Scarlet Knights. And when you look at the second half, for Rutgers, you've got to feel at least somewhat optimistic that you were in this game, as you've said, with your best player, Kiyomi McMiller, scoreless. You've got to feel optimistic that she's not going to stay that way second half, as proficient of a scorer as she is.
That's exactly what I was going to say, Alex. We've seen McMiller get to the spots that she wants, some of those kind of close baseline jumpers, near elbow jumpers, the ones that she feels comfortable hitting. Michigan doing well, pushing her off the three-point line and forcing her to drive inside. But all the same, as you mentioned it so well, she will not have a 0 on that score sheet for much longer.
Running through the box score, Destiny Adams leads the way for Rutgers. She has 10, 5 for 8 from the field, 0 for 1 from 3. She's been very efficient down low, but she has 3 fouls, as does Zakara Perkins, who has 5 points. JoJo Lacey also with 5. Thompson with 4. Sidibe and Cornwell with 2. McMiller scoreless and Petticord scoreless, but the big one there, McMiller averages 20 a game without a point. For the Wolverines, spread out scoring. Mila Holloway leads the way. She's got 9 to go along with 3 assists. Olivia Olson with 7. Jordan Hobbs with 6. 5 for Silas Swords. 4 for Yulia Grabovskaya. 2 for Brooke Quarles Daniels. Tayala Delphos and Greta Kampschrader. Balanced scoring attack. That's something we've seen all season long for these Wolverines. If you're Michigan, what are you looking for to pull away here in the second half?
I think you need to build upon Silas Swords' slow but now evident offensive output, 5 points in that second quarter. And as you mentioned it, Alex, this is a wide-ranging team of Wolverines who have the ability to score. But I think that slow start by Silas Swords, her coming out of that, is going to be key for Michigan. You know, she hasn't had as many scoring bouts in recent games. Looking back to UCLA, as we mentioned, that was 30 points on 25 shots. But here now, her previous 2 games, she scored 7. She's already at 5. We can look for her to nearly certainly break that as the game progresses on.
When I look at this box score, largely even in a lot of relevant categories. Both teams, 9 turnovers in the first half, 16 rebounds for Rutgers, 17 for the Wolverines. Difference really, Michigan is 9 for 10 at the charity stripe. Rutgers 4 for 4 from there. Michigan 4 for 12 from 3. Rutgers 2 for 12 from long range. And again, to keep an eye on the foul trouble, Wolverines, both teams with 9 fouls for Michigan, 10 for Rutgers, but they're a little more concentrated for Rutgers. 3 for Destiny Adams, 3 for Zakara Perkins. Those are the 2 starting forwards for Rutgers.
Adams logging 2 of those fouls, as well as Perkins 2 fouls in the second quarter alone, Alex. All I wanted to add just right there.
Yeah. Well, 37-28, Michigan on top. Still a half to play here in Ann Arbor in the Crisler Center. John, any final thoughts for this half? You'll be on second half with Lincoln Iaquaniello. I will step away. Anything else to wrap this up before we take a brief break here at halftime?
Certainly, it was a pleasure calling with you, Alex, here on this MLK weekend. Look for Michigan to try and pull away as Rutgers tries to get the ever-hot hand of Kiyomi McMiller warming up in that microwave halftime.
John pulling not double duty, triple duty this weekend. He had hockey last night, women's hoops today, men's hoops tomorrow. So he'll be all over the WCBN airwaves this weekend. Well, that'll about do it for this first half. John Tondora will be with you second half. But for me, Alex Miller, I'll talk to you some other time. About 10 minutes to go here in halftime. We'll step away for the moment.
All right, welcome back to the second half here at the Crisler Center between Michigan Women's and the Scarlet Knights here. So far, 37-28 through the first half. Going into the second half, some notable highlights so far is that the Michigan Women's have held Rutgers' so far standout player of the season, McMiller, to 0 points. That's right, 0 so far. Now, tell me, how do you think that's going to be able to, how do you think Michigan is going to be able to keep locking her down for the second half?
You know, Lincoln, we talked about it, me and Alex did earlier on in the first half, but I think it's a credit thus far to Mila Holloway. Her ability to be an on-ball defender on Kiyomi McMiller and force her into uncomfortable situations has frustrated her thus far.
All right, ball is out currently. Rutgers holding possession. Sidibe has it, passes it off to the corner to McMiller, looking for the basket, passes out wide, up to the top of the arc. Again, Sidibe looking for it. Jumper there by Adams, but misses. Hits that right there.
Foul on Kiyomi McMiller. What'd you see there, Lincoln?
Well, right there, I saw Rutgers trying to make a little bit of an explosive entrance right there. And now we have Holloway with the ball, looking for options. Finds Olsen, looking around, seeing Camp Schroeder. Camp Schroeder passes it out wide to Swords. Swords looking back to Olsen. Swords has it again, looking for three, looking for options around. Cannot find. Passes up near the basket for Camp Schroeder, but does not find it. Ball goes back down with Rutgers. Foul call. Travel. Ball returns to Michigan.
A nasty crossover there by Kiyomi McMiller. Just one too many foot movements. The referees call it travel, but Lincoln, that was pretty gross. You got to give credit where credit's due. Kiyomi McMiller just has the ball on a string.
Absolutely. I mean, she's clearly not trying to keep her drought going so far. But again, looks like they're taking a little bit of extended stoppage here, both sides, trying to get the rhythm going again. Michigan making sure they don't lose any more points here. As we saw last time with the second quarter, they had come out really strong at the beginning, but again, weren't able to hold back Rutgers as soon as they had some momentum going. So making sure that Rutgers can't keep that forward momentum is going to be a really important part of the game here for Michigan.
Definitely only a 7-point lead for Rutgers 7-point lead for the University of Michigan. Rutgers still hanging around. The Wolverines certainly want to pull away at some point if they can help it. But right now, Lincoln, it's still anybody's game.
Absolutely. I mean, there was a couple of moments there in that first half where kind of thought that, hey, Michigan here might be pulling ahead, and continuously Rutgers has been clawing back. We've seen a lot of good work out there from Adams and some nice looks from Sidibe, and again, a lot of Michigan's time on defense has been committed to trying to lock down McMiller, and they've successfully done that, but still there's left some openings there for the rest of the team to fill in.
Most definitely. Kiyomi McMiller averaging 20 points per game on the season, chipping in 5 rebounds and 3 assists as well. Thus far, she'll have some real ground to cover if she wants to keep, or dare I even say it, extend her season-long averages. One thing I think is particularly interesting, Lincoln, McMiller shooting from the three-point line at a 37% clip. Pretty darn strong. Thus far, though, nothing looking like that for McMiller. 0 for 2 today from the three. Rutgers as a whole, 2 for 12 from three-point land, something that definitely needs to change if they want to find themselves back in this game.
Absolutely. I mean, we saw the tide turn in Michigan's favor when they hit a couple of nice threes to get the lead back early on in the game. Rutgers dominated early on. Granted, it was only for about a 5-point lead, but still, they were holding possession, keeping it close, but Michigan, some nice threes, some nice playing, was able to push past this Rutgers defense. And again, Rutgers needs to do that in order to get those field goals up from 3. It's at 2 from 12. 9:04 on the clock. Michigan up 7, 37-30 over Rutgers.
Michigan going to get the ball here. We'll have to see who can come out and really make an impact for this team. You know, Alex and I, Lincoln, as I'm sure you're aware, talked about the well-rounded scoring that these Wolverines can bring. But in a game like this where you need someone to put it away, it's going to have to be someone who steps up and takes control.
Holler with the ball, crossing over the M, the center, moving into the side of field, passes it off to Swords. Swords looking for options, finds Hobbs. Around the basket there for Grabiskaya, but cannot get it up. Turnover there, though. However, there's steps out of bounds. But good look there by Holloway, getting the ball back after Rutgers had taken it.
That's JoJo Lacey with a nifty, or excuse me, Sidibe, I apologize. Couldn't see the 4 on the jersey. A nifty defensive move there to push Holloway out of bounds without receiving a blocking foul.
Now we have Adams with the ball, passing it off to Sidibe, looking for options, does not get it. Ball off the rim, now comes down for Olsen. Olsen to Holloway. Holloway looking for options, finds Grabiskaya around the rim. Now we see Olsen coming in, tries to hook it around, can't find it quite. Grabiskaya again going in. 2 attempts, finds it on the second though. Nice layup by her. Now Rutgers have possession, going down with Lacey. Lacey looking around, finds Thompson. Thompson trying to coordinate her team down around her, see if he can find some lanes. Passes it off towards the center to to Perkins. Lacey though gets the ball, sinks it down. Now we have it Swords. Swords looking for options, loses the ball. Now we have Sidibe going to the rim. However, Swords, nice defense right there, is able to block any drainage of points by Michigan.
Nice little pluck there. You might as well be screaming cookies for Sidibe. She's bringing it down, tries for a nifty little spin move, but doesn't get it to go.
Great work there. Oop, but a little bit of a miscommunication there. Swords down to Holloway. Holloway, nice layup. Great work. Great team play there by Michigan. Now we see Thompson with the ball, looking around once again, right near the middle of the M, coming around bottom left side. We got Thompson for options. Sandwiched in between there, but does not quite find the basket. Good defense by Michigan. However, bad pass again by Swords. Gets intercepted by Sidibe. Thompson looking for options, coming up around. Getting in between there, fouled, but gets it in. Great shot there. Great bit of solo work.
Lisa Thompson keeping the Scarlet Knights in the game. She'll have Silas Swords to thank for that. Swords, 2 turnovers in quick succession, and Rutgers finding the bottom of the basket early here in this second half because of it.
Thompson up for the free throws. No good on her first and only. Now we see Grabiskaya with the ball, looking for reads. Down around to Hobbs, back to Holloway, back to Hobbs. Holloway again. Some great passing work there by the Wolverines. Down near the basket for Swords, fouled on Sword, onto Swords.
Swords is going to get 2 here, an opportunity to tie the number of points she's scored in these past 2 games. 7, that is.
Swords on the night so far is 2 for 2. See if she can keep her 100%. First is up and in. 3 for 3. So far, this Michigan team has been very good on free throws, 9 for 10. Second one up. Just misses. Bouncing out.
A little bit of announcer jinx by you there, Lincoln, saying they've been really good, and what happens next? Swords, an uncharacteristic miss, a 90% shooter from the charity stripe.
Pass comes up, however, blocked. Now we got Delphos got the ball. Hobbs shooting for 3. Just bounces out. Scramble around the rim there to get it. Grabiskaya snatches it up. Ball back out to Holloway. Holloway driving in, however, cannot get it. Ball is stolen by Destiny Adams. However, Perkins trying to get the layup in, does not find it. Foul on Hobbs there, on to Perkins.
Yet another turnover for Michigan. They're really allowing Rutgers to stay in this one here. Coming out of this second half break, or I should say only break that you get during the halftime, just very sloppy as Silas Swords will come in for Mila Holloway.
Up for the free throws, we have Perkins, who so far on the night has been 2 for 2. Once again, see if I jinx this one. First one up, and what do you know, I do it again. Misses that first shot right there.
Your magic, Lincoln.
It's a curse, what can I say? Second one, crowd energy high. Not able to put that one in either. 4 for 6 for the night, for the Scarlet Knights. Ball out of bounds on Michigan's end. We see Sidibe checking in as well as Cornwell. Cornwell, I believe, coming in just for, only has 2 points for the night. Sidibe has also 2. Graboskaya has the ball, out to Swords for the 3 in the corner, hits it. Great shot to the side. Got McMiller coming down bottom, looking for options once again. Scrambling through, ball gets batted away for a Michigan ball. Great deep bit of defense there, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, indeed, Lincoln. It feels like the ball must come out slicker during this half than maybe in the first. Neither team really able to maintain control. We've seen turnover after turnover.
Now we see Swords with the trying for the 3, long range, could not get it off the rim. A little bit of tussle there between Crockett and Petticord. Petticord, of course, from nearby, played at Arbor Prep in Ypsilanti. Now we see a little bit of quick play there by Michigan. That was, I believe, sorry, hard to see from up here. That was Delphos with the attempt, but no good. Scarlet Knights check in. Got McMiller coming down once again, joined by Sidibe. Both have been blocked up pretty consistently tonight. Now we see ball back out to Petticord. Petticord looking for options. However, Graboskaya locking her down, and Swords far from the 3-point line, and travel is called on Petticord. Some great bit of defense there again, locking her down, getting her farther and farther away.
That was a smart decision by Graboskaya. A little bit of a switch there on the screen. Silas Swords steps up as well and just pressures the ball handler, and Thompson. Of course, it can be a risky move, letting the roll come open on that screen. But all the same, some nice defense and a turnover forced by the Maize and Blue.
Petticord off to Hobbs. Hobbs looking for options, deciding to pass it out back to Sword near the corner. Now ball to Daniels. Daniels trying to get around. However, is fouled near the basket.
Yet another pretty visible foul there. Brooke Corals-Daniels just getting slapped on that left hand and forearm as she goes up. Had the opportunity for an and one. All the same, though, she'll get the chance to shoot 2. Rutgers, though, still hanging around. Scored 7 points, allowed 8 in this third quarter. Michigan yet to fully be able to pull away.
Indeed, you're right. Third quarter, 4:47 on the clock. Michigan 45, Rutgers 35. Currently, Rutgers is in a scoring drought for the last 2 minutes and 42 seconds. Hopefully, in order for them to stay in this, they're down by 10. They need to get a little bit of magic going out there. And what do you think? How do you think that magic's going to come about?
I think it could start with taking care of the ball alongside what you just so eloquently mentioned, Lincoln. Rutgers has 4 turnovers in their last 3 minutes. That is just not a sustainable level of offensive production, you know, as easy as it may seem to say. It starts with Kiyomi McMiller, perhaps, or Lisa Thompson, the 2 ball handlers for these Scarlet Knights, getting the opportunity to take care of the rock.
Absolutely. Of course, looking over some scores for our top scorers right now. Got Adams for Rutgers with 12, and the highest for Michigan has been Holloway with 11. But still a lot of good team play for both teams with some high numbers from Lacey by the Scarlet Knights with 8. Now, tonight we've seen some pretty good basketball so far. Field goal has been okay for Michigan, 43%. A little bit worse for Rutgers, 38. 3 points has been a little bit of a struggle for Rutgers tonight with 23%. Free throws have been pretty consistent for both teams so far too. 10 for 12 for Michigan, 4 for 7, although I might have had a little bit of negative influence on some of those, fortunately.
And something I want to highlight, Lincoln, alongside what we talked about, how can Rutgers recreate some of the skillful effort that has allowed them to stay in this game, especially earlier on. 10 points here, I believe, the largest lead Michigan has had this game. In the second half, Rutgers is shooting 60% from the field. When they're able to get those looks, they're surely knocking them down. It's just the turnovers that have stood in their way.
Mm-hmm. And just getting those looks in the first place, too, has been difficult with such great defense. Now we have free throw up, made right there by Daniels. Next one out. Crowd hushed. Up. Bouncing around. In.
Nice little shooter's touch there.
Lob out to Lacey. Lacey back to McMiller. Miller passing it around to Sidibe. Back to Perkins. Off to the corner to McMiller. Looking for options, tries to take it herself for the 3 off the rim. Got Adams with the ball, looking for it herself, cannot find it. Back to Swords. Swords coming down, a little bit of space, looking for options, tries to take it near, passes it out, but foul called for offense on Swords there.
Interesting call there. Swords barreling in down the near side baseline, looks to get a skip pass and hit the corner. All the same, though, just a little too much energy from the freshman.
But good look there by Swords, who went for the pass there to Delphos. However, obviously did not get called, allowed to continue that. Now we have McMiller, again, driving, passes it off around to Sidibe. Sidibe off to Lacey. Lacey to Adams. However, back to Sidibe was failed. Lob up towards the basket. Foul there on Daniels. Good look there. Again, Rutgers playing a little bit desperate on defense, making a couple more knocks than they might have to.
Meanwhile, you mentioned desperate on defense, Lincoln. I think getting desperate a little bit on offense, too, a bit of a freshman error. I want to take us 2 possessions back in the far side corner. McMiller stepping in, taking a long 2 off a tween and cross, just kind of a forced shot, still with time left on the clock. Definitely not necessary if Rutgers wants to pull back into this game.
Daniels made her first and her second. Michigan up 49-35 over Rutgers, 3:50 on the clock. And we have Thompson driving, double teamed here, off in the corner, grappled up. However, contact on her, foul called. Michigan the timeout. Now, so far, been a pretty exciting game. However, Michigan currently up 14 points over Scarlet Knights. And again, still quite a large drought here for Rutgers. Over 3 minutes. And Michigan has had 7 unanswered points. Now, Rutgers needs to do a lot here, but what do you think is the most pressing issue for them?
I think it seems as though Coach Washington for the Scarlet Knights has started to lean away from Kiyomi McMiller it appears as though she's liked what she's seen from Lisa Thompson. So if Thompson's getting the call, it's going to be on her to create for this Rutgers team and instigate down the stretch. I'd love to see Destiny Adams get the ball in her hands a little more. 3 fouls took her out of the game late in that first half, and certainly Rutgers has felt it ever since.
Absolutely. Back ball to Sidibe, trying to direct her team around her. Blocked by Swords, screened there. Sidibe still has it, looking for options around her. Passes it over to Lacey with the shot, makes it. Great 3 there by Lacey. Now Swords has it again, looking around, finds Daniels. Daniels pumping. Out to Swords again to Graviskaya. However, pass tipped away, back to Delphos. Back to Swords now. Pretty far away from the basket, just trying to get some looks from her team. Delphos pass to Swords. Swords for the in the lane jumper, finds it. Nice look there. 51 now for the Wolverines, crossing closer to a more dominant lead here. 51-38. And we have Thompson with the ball, looking for options. How finds it quick around to Sidibe. Out to Lacey. Lacey looking for the 3, does not find it, however is able to win it back. We have Thompson again trying to drive, some good court work. Ooh, great little piece of footwork off to Adams. Adams is able to bank that in. Excellent bit of skill right there by Thompson, and some great team play with Adams. Swords with the ball, off to Hobbs. Hobbs passing it back to Daniels. Daniels to Hobbs. Hobbs bounce pass into Swords, trying to look for something, does not quite find it. Probably tipped there, so kind of low arc. Foul called though.
And that Rutgers bucket, a nice move on the pick and roll. Lisa Thompson, as we mentioned, the offensive fire starter for Rutgers in this second half. She logs her 3rd assist of the game, dumping it off down low on the bounce pass to Destiny Adams for Adams' 3rd and 4th points of the half.
Adams up for the free throws here. Lots of crowd noise. Does not get in her head though. Sinks that one. Adams so far leading the Scarlet Knights here with 15 points on the evening. Got a 2nd free throw. And is able to get that in with a little bit of teetering. Substitution here. Graviskaya off. Got Holloway back in. Holloway has possession. Bounce pass to Hobbs. Corner. Oh, just missed there. Corner 3 attempt by Olsen, but a very good look and a great bit of passing and team play there by the Wolverines. Getting a little bit more of a different cast than usual in there for the Wolverines. However, they're still mostly consistent with their lineup. Michigan is only up 9 currently, 51-42. Got Swords with the free throw attempt, makes it. Now for her 2nd. So far on the night, it's been 4 for 5. Doesn't quite sink that one. Ball down to Thompson. Thompson again driving in explosively, hands it off to Adams again. Great little bit of team play there between those two. Nice duo, results in some points. 44 for Rutgers.
Lisa Thompson and Destiny Adams keeping the Scarlet Knights in this one here as we inch towards the 4th quarter.
Ball now finds Hobbs. Out, 3 look, hello. Camp Schroeder, great look there. Excellent 3, lots of space, sunk it. Now ball close range, once again for Adams. However, turned over, got Holloway. Holloway driving, trying to break, beats Sidibe. Look for 3 again. Found it there for Olsen. Great look, great team play, great execution by the Wolverines.
And a timeout called for Rutgers. Michigan applying pressure and finally seeing that lead creep up, and higher out of reach for the Scarlet Knights.
So much energy here with just those last couple of plays. Michigan up 14 right now, 58-44. 1 minute flat on the clock in the third quarter. So far, it's been relatively even. However, Michigan has had bouts where they've pulled away a little bit from Rutgers. And again, we're seeing that with this momentum shifting again. That's why Rutgers calling this timeout. Rutgers so far been leading with Destiny Adams with 18 on the night. 8 for 13 for field goals, however. But some great little bit of team play with her and Thompson, wouldn't you say?
And meanwhile, Kiyomi McMiller, Coquez Washington has told her to ride the pine, at least thus far it seems. 0 for 7 on the day. Meanwhile, Michigan 3 scorers already in double figures, Olsen, Holloway, and Swords.
Ball out for Thompson. Trying to beat screen, trying attempted by Adams. Jumper missed. Michigan basketball. Looks like it's going out for Holloway again. It's again a lot of faith there in Thompson, however, not quite able to find it on her own. And we still have Holloway with the ball. Off to Swords. Off to Hobbs. Back to Swords, looking to drive near the basket. Back to Camp Schroeder. Just misses the 3, but great look there. Similar to what they had just a play or two ago. Sidibe looking close range. Can't quite find it. Back for Camp Schroeder. Down to Holloway. Holloway almost gets pickpocketed, however, keeps the possession there. Looking for some movement from her team. Quite can't find it yet. For options, space. Nice little bit footwork there. Great pass in. Nice layup there by Hobbs. And there goes the third quarter. Michigan 60, Rutgers 44. 16-point lead here for the Wolverines heading into the fourth. Excellent little bit of skill there to end it out by Hobbs from the neighboring state, which many Michiganders aren't too fond of, Ohio. However, putting up some little bit of great work here at the end of the third for Michigan.
Indeed, Lincoln, and these are the little things that separate teams like Michigan from teams like Rutgers. You wonder why Rutgers is currently sitting winless in the Big Ten. It's because of that final minute or so of this third quarter. Rutgers, the work between Lisa Thompson and Destiny Adams were keeping them in it all throughout this second half, and then suddenly we see here the final minute and 26 seconds of play. Michigan goes on an 8-0 run, and suddenly this game feels so farther out of reach. Formerly an 8-point game, and in the blink of an eye, that lead doubles to 16 for the Wolverines.
Absolutely. I think one of the biggest pieces here has just been efficiency. Michigan has just been a little bit better in every single category. From 3, they've hit 3 more than Rutgers tonight. Michigan 7 for 19, whereas Rutgers is 4 for 16. And free throws, Michigan has been fouled quite a bit more here. 18 attempts, sinking 15. Rutgers had 9 attempts, only hit 6. Now, so far, let's look at our point leaders for tonight. Destiny Adams for Rutgers is currently sitting at the highest, 18 points. Done a lot of work around the basket by her. 8 for 13 for field goals. 1 attempt for 3, did not hit it. Other leaders for Rutgers are JoJo Lacey, hit a couple of nice threes from the corner. 3 for 5 from 3, with 11 so far. And then also some good team play there from Thompson. Seeing some good linking with Adams. However, the big story, as many will probably point to tonight, is McMiller, 0. Usually averaging around 20 points a game, has found nothing against the Wolverines here, who've been able to lock her down when she's seen the court. Now looking over at the Michigan side, we have 3 players in double digits. Olsen with 10, Holloway with 11, Swords with 12. Round with a couple of lower numbers too. Hobbs with 8, Daniels with 6, Graviskaya with 6. Looking from the court, 45% field goals for Michigan, only 37 for Rutgers as a team. Both teams here looking to take their quarter break and hopefully get some momentum in their favor. Michigan looking to close this out. Rutgers hoping to get some sort of, I'd say at this point, miraculous run to stay in it here. Down 16 going into the fourth. Both teams back on the court. Ball finds Camp Schroeder. Kampschroeder looking around, finds Olsen. Olsen trying to look for the pass, finds Kampschroeder. Kampschroeder for three, does not make it. Lots of looks there for her out on three, has found some of them. Once again, right there, did not get it. We got McMiller out again, looking for pump, fake, trying to see if she can get any looks here to end her scoreless drought. McMiller for three, off the rim, does not get it. However, trying to clean up there. Rebound was grabbed by JoJo Lacey. However, did not the score and was fouled.
That'll move McMiller to 0 for 8 on the day. Coach Washington of the Scarlet Knights giving her the nod to start out this fourth quarter. You mentioned a miraculous comeback, Lincoln. That would start with a player like McMiller getting hot and really putting some pressure on a Michigan defense that's stood tall today.
Yeah. However, as we've seen, Washington electing to put McMiller on the bench currently. Still, just not heating up for McMiller. Not her night. Have Perkins out for free throw. Does not make it for her second. However, rebound scooped up by Adams, looking for anything. However, mobbed by 4 Wolverines. Scarlet Knights retain possession, however, looking for Sidibe to pass it inbound. However, Michigan defense has been quite solid, seeing if they continue that into this fourth corner. Now we look out to Petticord, Michigan native, playing for Rutgers, however, passes it off to Perkins. Perkins looking out to the corner. Sidibe can't quite find it. Shot clock running down. Here. 9 minutes, 11 seconds on the clock. 60 to 45, Michigan over Rutgers.
And that's 4 fouls for Jordan Hobbs. She'll have to come out. Something to watch. Hobbs, really the Swiss Army knife of this team. An elder statesman for this group, has seen action in all of her years here with the Wolverines.
We'll see if the Wolverines miss her presence out here for the rest of the game. Now we have Sidibe, Smob looking for options, trying to pass it back to Adams, however, a little bit high, but foul drawn.
Another foul on Michigan. It feels like a hockey game almost in how the Scarlet Knights are able to keep up the pressure here. Michigan needs to just give that extra effort and win a 50-50 ball if they want to escape.
Absolutely. Another foul. Once again, just lots of close, tight pressure going on. We see Cornwell up for her free throws. First of the night for her. And it's good. Attempting her second. No good. Swords able to scoop it up. Swords decides to take it herself up the court. Facing against Sidibe there. Sidibe, great game so far. Pat finds Grabovskaya. Grabovskaya back to Swords. Great little bit of team play over Swords. Layup in. Nice work by the Wolverines. Sidibe now regains possession, looking to see if she can beat Grabovskaya or Swords. Passes it over. Look, great shot there by JoJo Lacey. Hard to see behind the basket from up here, but does not matter for her. Hits that. Holloway looking for options again for Michigan. Round finds Swords far away. Looking for maybe, takes it herself. Finds the 3. Great little bit of work there. Steps away, finds some space, hits it.
That's the danger that Silas Swords can bring. Just a step behind the line. That's all it takes. A little bit of separation and 3 points going down for Michigan.
Swords up to 17 points tonight. Great game by her. Now we see Lacey pass off back to Lacey. Looking to see if she can make another 3 herself. Passes off to Adams. Adams driving close. Sidibe looks for it. However, foul by Rutgers onto Michigan. Michigan gets the ball back, and Rutgers loses some momentum that they had going towards the basket.
Olivia Olsen taking that charge, and now the whistle swings in favor of the Wolverines for what seems like the first time.
Adams there with four fouls, out for the game now. Holloway over to Olsen, over to Olsen takes it, looks for it, finds it. She hits the three there. Nice little team play, pass back. Excuse me, I did not catch from Camp Schroeder. Now Sidibe walking it back, buying her team some time to find some room near the basket. Finds JoJo Lacey. Lacey looking for three, finds it. Lacey once again finding some excellent looks from three. Maybe she's the spark they need. Swords now takes it for three, finds it. Back-to-back threes either side. Lacey finds it, maybe moves some momentum. However, Swords takes it back, says, I don't care, hits it.
And the scoring has opened up here, Lincoln. I mean, if we recall the first quarter, Michigan was stuck at 1 point scored for, it felt like a majority of that period. And now here, this could not be anything more than the opposite. This fourth quarter has dawned, and with it, both teams have unlocked some shooting prowess.
Absolutely. Michigan 71, Rutgers 52, 6:51 left in the fourth. So far, Michigan has seemed to be pulling a little bit away here. We've talked about Michigan needing to do that, and it seems they found that. Quite a comfortable lead here going into the end. However, can't count this Rutgers team out. JoJo Lacey up to 18 points, hitting 5 for 7 for three. Excellent work by her to keep her team clawing at this game. Also on 18 is Adams, 8 from 13 for the Knights for her too. Both of them have really been some bright spots for Rutgers, where people like McMiller, who's usually their star, averaging near 20 points, has 0 goose egg for the Knights.
Kiyomi McMiller, I don't know, maybe never in her life has she scored 0 points in a game. Her lowest thus far was her debut against Manhattan for Rutgers with 4 points all the way back in 2024, as that year feels like a million lifetimes ago already. All the same though, likely not in high school, not in middle school. I don't know how far back you have to go, but such an uncharacteristic night for Kiyomi McMiller. And I want to say, Coach Washington of the Scarlet Knights, of course, she knows best. However, to start that fourth quarter, first possession, McMiller comes in, and what does she do? She takes a three-pointer from the corner. It misses, and instantly she gets subbed out by Washington. You know, that is a difficult thing. You have to admire the freshman's confidence, and you understand that oftentimes this Rutgers team goes how McMiller goes, so it has to be a little frustrating for McMiller to find herself taken out of the game, even as she attempts to maintain aggressive in her scoring attack.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, we've seen Washington put a lot of faith in her through the season, and she's delivered on it, except, of course, here for tonight, where subbed out and has not been performing well. And it's kind of clear to see that the rest of the team has sort of followed suit. That lack of energy, lack of creativity coming from the freshmen has not been there, and it's shown for this team. Both teams back out there on the court. Play will resume shortly. Music dies down. Cheerleaders clear. We'll just finish out the remaining 6 minutes and 51 seconds of the fourth. Rutgers get the ball. Driving down with Perkins. Perkins against. Hands it off to Lacey. Back to Lacey again. Excuse me. Sorry. Lacey looking for options. See if she can find a three. Looking to Adams. See if she can get any around the basket coverage. However, is blocked out by Graviskaya. Some great defense. However, leaves some opening. High pass towards Sidibe, but cannot get it. Michigan basketball there.
Go time now here for Rutgers. If they want to get anything going, Destiny Adams with 4 fouls, Perkins with 4 fouls as well. Doesn't matter. Going to need your best out here if Rutgers wants to mount something.
Perkins showing a little bit of discontent there for the call. However, Swords with the ball. See if she can make any magic happen. Passes to Graviskaya near the basket. Gets it once, rebounds it, cannot find it. Finds over to Delphos, who's fouled for the Michigan basketball for the free throws here. Delphos a little bit of a quiet night. 1 for 3, only 2 points. Hoping to get more here with her throws. First one not made. See if she can make her second one here. And she got it. 72 there for the Wolverines. Up 20 now over Rutgers. 72-52. Just 6:02 on the clock. Got Perkins for Rutgers going into Sidibe near the basket. However, travel called on her. Michigan ball. Perkins trying to organize her team, getting more people. They're trying to keep the ball in Michigan's side of the court. Swords kind of trapped in her own corner, however, finding some room here, is able to bring it back out. Ball crosses half with Holloway. Holloway looking for some options here. Decides to play it out to Olsen. Olsen pumps, looks. Delphos over to Swords. Swords looks. Right. Delphos, however, is pickpocketed there by Sidibe. Sidibe running up. And, ooh, cannot find it, however. Has to draw Holloway and Delphos back for some defense. Some interesting turnovers there. We saw a little bit of some issues with that earlier on in the game for Michigan. That's how Rutgers was able to keep it closer.
Definitely a forced pass there by Swords. Only one option to look for. And Sidibe going to jump that one easily. Long arms, excellent strides. Almost had a nifty little and one there off the glass, it seemed, Lincoln.
Absolutely. Up here for the free throw. Sinks it. Sidibe here. 3 on the night. Well, she hasn't been great in points. She's still been a big difference maker for some creativity for this team. But cannot make her second. Ball turned back over. Now for Holloway driving down. See if she keeps it herself. Bounce pass in to Delphos. Delphos, nice little off the backboard action by her. Delphos, 5 points for the night. Perkins at half. Looking for her teammates, looking for some organization here. See if the Scarlet Knights can get anything here. We got JoJo Lacey in a little bit close range within the 3 line. But nice drive down, missed by Delphos. Unfortunate there now. Sidibe driving down, see if she can do the same. And she does. Push. However, she gets in there with the ball. Unfortunate miss there by Delphos on the way over. Looked like a great way to get the stadium pumped up and this crowd very confident in this team, however, just missed there. 74-53, Wolverines up over Rutgers. 4:52 left, fourth quarter. Michigan pretty comfortable so far, and hopefully can keep that way as the fourth quarter continues. Holloway with the ball. Rutgers playing a little bit of a higher press, trying to see if they can get any more turnovers, which they have been a little bit successful with here. Olsen looks for the pass, little bit high. All right, ball back out to Adams for Rutgers. JoJo Lacey looking for the 3, finds it. Lacey, once again, real difference maker here. She's hitting 21 points on the night. Great look by her. Delphos with the ball, able to flat-foot some opponents. That was a little bit of ugly. And nice jumper there from Holloway.
That'll be 6 threes on the day for JoJo Lacey. Meanwhile, on the other end here, I don't know if you saw it, Lincoln, but Lisa Thompson's shoe is off. She's playing with one shoe.
Love to see some of that action. Lacey again looking for the 3. Yet no shoe is not something we see very often, I would say, here in Crisler, would you say?
No, not at all. Credit to Lisa Thompson for fighting through the adversity as well. She came up and down the court twice before going off to the sideline, able to quite literally regain some footing, hopefully.
Put it well there. Didn't quite see how that happened, but again, strange things can happen here in Crisler. Magic shoe, perhaps, the next step to a Rutgers miraculous comeback. However, long way to go for that. Perkins with the ball, finding JoJo Lacey, looking for 3. Takes the shot, does not find it. Off to Brown for Michigan, coming in. To Delphos, excuse me. Gravoskaya. Gravoskaya able to get the nice layup in. Perkins once again coming down the lane, around the side, looking for Lacey. Lacey kind of shoved there. Foul there committed by Graviskaya as she goes out. Now we have Van Timmeren coming in. Van Timmeren is her first time in for the night. Free throws here going to be thrown out for Rutgers by JoJo Lacey, who's had a great night considering how her team's been doing. And that makes it 22 for her for the night as she sinks it. 78-57. See if Lacey can get anything going here. Hits her second. 78-58. Cuts the lead to 20, which is an unfortunate thing if you're a Rutgers fan listening in tonight. Got to pass the ball over. Great look by Delphos, but cannot hit it. However, Olsen tries to get the layup. Just can't seem to get down. Really unfortunate there for the Wolverines. Perkins driving in. However, batted down by Olsen. Great look there.
Olsen making up for her try on the other end. Backbreaking missed layup a little bit, but nice block. Call it even.
She'll see it that way too. Can't believe that didn't go in earlier by her. Looked like it was bound to. All right. Ball on the ground there, however, Delphos is able to get it. Called back on for Rutgers. Couldn't quite tell why there, to be honest.
Travel on Alyssa Crockett, it seems, off the pass. A little ticky-tack. The referee's not liking what they've seen out of Crockett's feet movement today, it seems. That's another traveling violation for her.
Currently, 3 players in without points for Michigan. Newly subbed in, Brown, Crockett, and Van Timmeren. Meanwhile, on the Rutgers side, 2 players without any points. Just Petticord for right now. Changes made for Rutgers. They're looking to try to get anything going here. A little bit of shove there, however, Michigan ball back, so I guess the travel call is basically negated for Michigan. Ball for Olsen, down by her end, playing very high. Ooh, ball turnover there. Nice grab by Lacey. 3 there, however, does not find it for Petticord. Petticord looking quite angry. Ball lobbed up. Great rebound there by Van Timmeren for her first points of the night. Great little team play. Some issues there for the turnover, however, not an issue for Van Timmeren. Get that in. Jumping around in the arc for Thompson, however, can't quite find it. It's fouled though. Thompson been an important difference maker for Rutgers so far, trying to get some creativity going. However, hasn't quite done it with points-wise. Only 6 on the night. Has some great coordination. Excuse my laughter there. Some interesting chants going on from the Michigan crowd.
Yes, indeed. Detroit Lions afternoon here tonight. Lincoln, we all know, definitely more ball to be played here in southeastern Michigan.
Absolutely. Free throw there made, by Thompson. Both down by her. 2 for 3 on the night. Up to 8 for her. Michigan ball inbound. A lot of tight defense. Rutgers trying to keep high press, however. Turnover. Delphos able to get the layup. High press leaves you open to some moves like that, and that's exactly what happened. Delphos able to get that layup in. 82-60, Michigan.
A layup with an and one as well that Van Timmermans make, coming in an eerily similar scenario off the press. Worth noting that Michigan is 108, winning with 11 losses only under Kim Barnes-Arico when scoring at least 80 points. And judging by how this is going, they will move to 10-0 on the year when having scored 80 points. Kim Barnes-Arico, a successful era for Michigan women's basketball, and this is exactly why.
Thompson with the ball, looking to take it herself. Jump shot, finds it. Up to 10 on the night for her. However, 83-62. And here we see Brown looking for options, passes it back. See, for Daniels, Daniels can't quite get it up. Now we have Perkins going down, trying to find it, scattered in, going for three in the corner. Great shot there by Thompson, makes it in. However, not much buzz there. Little bit of some contact and some for Michigan there, who just got the ball back.
Yeah, Alyssa Crockett with the inbounds pass, not entirely noticing where the Rutgers defenders were. That's going to be an easy 2 attempts at the charity stripe after that. I want to say, too, let's highlight this, Lincoln. Speaking of 0 points on the court, as you mentioned earlier, Kiyomi McMiller averages over 30 minutes a game for this Rutgers Scarlet Knights team. She's currently sitting at 18 on the afternoon, has not seen the floor in this fourth quarter since her missed corner 3 on the opening possession. She has been on the bench this entire time.
2 free throws there made by Thompson. 83-67 is the lead is cut. Bad pass there by Crockett looking for Brown. Michigan's lead is getting cut a little bit here by Rutgers, who've had a little bit of nice momentum. 7-0 in the last 35 seconds on game court time, which is very good for them. Perkins looking, pumping, getting around. Out wide, looking for 3. Not found there in the corner by Petticord. However, Perkins has it back. However, bounces it off her own shoe for out of bounds. Crockett here with the ball, hopefully won't turn it over so easily. Does not. Finds Daniels. Daniels providing some time for her teammates to catch up. Daniels a little bit stuck there, though. Crockett getting around. Almost taking it herself there. However, does not. Brown with the ball. Brown driving towards the basket. Fouled, though. Does not get it in. But still, had to draw out the foul there in order to stop her from putting that in.
Indeed, some nice creation off the pick and roll. Lefty dribbles for Alyssa Crockett. Now Macy Brown with a chance to log some points on the day.
And she does. First points of the night for her. Only averaging 2.9 per game. Not seeing very much court time either. But now has it up to 2. Thompson with the ball. Trying to see if she can make any miracles or magic happen. However, passes it off to JoJo Lacey. Lacey, who's been great from 3 tonight. Seeing if she can get anything. However, does not. Michigan calls timeout, was that?
I think it was a blocking foul on Alyssa Crockett on the drive baseline. I don't know what Alyssa Crockett has done to rub these referees the wrong way, but clearly they are not liking what she's selling.
No, can't help that she has been close to the baseline all night, right next to the ref either. Free throw there made by Lacey, who's up to 24 points on the night. Great night for her. So she's going to get 25. She does. Hits the second free throw. Crockett now has it out of bounds. Pass inbound. Finds Brown. Brown seeing if she can drive in. Finds Delphos. Great layup there. Great team play. Great pass. Once again, I keep saying great for this Wolverines team, but that's exactly what I'm seeing out there. Great play. Great team play. Lacey looking for options. However, it's kind of screened in by Delphos. Delphos keeping it close. Lacey still has it, but his shot is blocked. Contact with the arm, drawing the foul. Michigan now 87 points to 69 for Rutgers. 13.3 seconds, excuse me, left, however. So not much possibility of too much happening here. Lead is cut down to 17 by JoJo Lacey. Lacey again up. Sinks it again. 27 on the night for Lacey. real bright spot where someone like McMiller might have done it before, who's had an off night. Now we have Brown just looking to play out the clock. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And that'll do it here from the Crisler Center. Michigan Wolverines at 87, Rutgers 71. Quite a great ending there for the Wolverines. She's at.
Indeed, Lincoln, a nice all-around win for Michigan. Rutgers kept it close early, but in the end, the multifaceted scoring attack for the Wolverines just proving a bit too much to handle. Rutgers on the other end, it's hard to overstate the importance that Kiyomi McMiller brings to this team, and evidently an off night indeed. She was unable to execute seemingly at any level. Jump shot not falling. Credit to the Wolverines for providing the best defensive effort on McMiller that Rutgers has seen all season. Held to 0 points on 0 for 8 shooting.
Absolutely there. Score leaders for the night so far, as I mentioned just a little bit ago, JoJo Lacey, 27 for Rutgers. Standout performance where others have not quite reached up to there. Adams also at 18, but whereas the Michigan side, we see Swords, great effort, 20 points. A lot of that coming from 3, 4 for 8 for her for the night, 50%. A couple other high scorers, Olsen and Holloway both on 13. Michigan had a great game out there. Field goal, almost hitting 50%, just under it, 49. Rutgers only 37. Michigan hitting a lot of points from free throws, though, 19, which is enough to where if the fouls were less of an issue for Rutgers, it might have been a much closer game.
Indeed, Rutgers unable to keep pace for a variety of reasons. Michigan able to capitalize down the stretch. And as you said a nice performance by the Wolverines here. Lincoln, I completely agree. As you so eloquently pointed out, 4 Wolverines in double digits, 2 touching 8 points themselves, so just shy of the mark there. An all-around effort and another win in Big Ten play as we head even deeper into January for the women's basketball team here at the University of Michigan.
Well, thank you for tuning in tonight to WCBN. I'm Lincoln Iaquaniello.
I'm John Tondora, and for Alex Miller, we say thank you again. And tuning in for WCBN Sports, we'll have even more calls for you coming up. We'll be in East Lansing for another hockey bout tonight, a Saturday night fever in EL. Tomorrow, we'll be back on the call here, both Lincoln and myself, for Michigan men's basketball. And all told, we hope to see you again very soon.
Have a great evening.
Good night, and go blue.